Well, folks, Christmas has come and gone, and whether or not you celebrate, I hope you had a lovely holiday, even if it was just a normal weekend. But leave it to me to record maybe one of the most popular, if not the most popular, most anticipated episodes of a show, and then take 2 or 3 weeks off before watching the next one. But that's what I did. Great content creation right there. But today we are going to be watching episode 4 of Arcane, Happy Progress Day, as the title implies here. And boy, just what an episode episode 3 was. I was ready for like bombs to go off, figuratively and literally. But I was still just so shook by everything. It was legitimately shocking and surprising, the stuff that went down. And I was expecting like a dip in the action, but from the comments I got on the episode 3 video, it sounds like it's gonna keep that, maybe not that same level of energy, but a good level of energy up, pretty much from here to the end of the season. I don't know if it's been confirmed for a second season, or if a second season would just be another League of Legends story with a different title. But I've heard that the pacing just like is breakneck from here until the end. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see. I'm assuming that there's going to be a bit of a time jump, given what I said last time, and with the whole new technology thing. So I'm curious to see how the pacing is going to be kept up at such a high level, given that there is going to be some kind of a time jump. Powder. I knew that her name was Jinx in League of Legends from some of the reactions that I saw from other people for the first couple episodes, because I did go and watch a couple, and they were watching and they said, isn't that Jinx? Should be Jinx, right? Why are they calling her Powder? So I guess I was asking, why are they calling her Jinx? And now I know that, given the end of episode 3, so I'm assuming this will probably be the point where she stops going by Powder in the show, so I'm gonna try my best to switch it up to Jinx, if that's the case. But yeah, I don't think I really have much else to say. I just want to hop into this. This looks like this is about 40 minutes long, so I'm gonna scooch over and get ready to watch Arcane episode 4. Happy Progress Day! Starting up in 3, 2, 1, let's go. I forget I have to crank this way up in my head. But I do feel like it has been legitimately a good minute since I've watched one of these. So I see we got, what's his name still kicking around. It's been so long I forgot, forgot even the main characters' names, or some of the main side characters.
Can you believe it?
He had a whimsical sounding name.
200 years old.
Heimerdinger.
It's shaping up to be an amazing progress day.
Okay, so that's Jace, right?
Stanwick Padidley. Huh.
Padidley's another whimsical sounding name.
Either exploded, melted, or
His cat looks just like
over.
him.
And yet, here he stands.
While Heimerdinger's talking, I mentioned about forgetting the names of like main side characters and stuff, but I guess it doesn't matter for a couple of the kid crew,
The
because
council has recommended you give
they're
the
all dead.
Progress Day speech this year.
But you always give that speech.
Your Hex Gates have done wonders for our city. Brought scholars from distant lands.
Well, at least it sounds like
reunited
Heimerdinger's come around
passions
a little
in
bit.
Arts and science. You deserve this honor.
Dang. I guess a lot's
I
changed
will do
in
my best to make Piltover.
whatever time has passed.
Up to my
But
boy.
from what I've seen of him in the first couple episodes, ooh, let's see that skyline. Okay, I mean, it looks a lot of the same. I guess those are the hex gates they're talking about on top of the buildings. I don't know if that's like the power receivers, kind of whatever, but they at least had airships in the first couple episodes. Okay, so is this just straight up teleportation at this point? I guess so, because yeah, it went bye-bye. Because that was the whole thing. The shaman transferred all of them to a different location, and I guess that's kind of what they saw when they opened up the portal in the lab as well. But I guess just in the time that's passed since then, they've perfected it, I guess. But I was talking about Heimerdinger, whether or not he's like being genuine with this kind of stuff. From what I've seen in the previous episodes, he seems like a pretty straightforward guy who's going to tell you what he thinks. So most of me wants to believe that Heimerdinger is like, has come around to this and sees that it can be a good for the world. And even if he does still have some doubts inside, he still might be like just keeping those inside so that he can just be like, well, hey, it's benefited our world. I'll shut up now. Speaking of shutting up now, Imagine Dragons, am I right?
Kate! Serves you right.
Oh, okay, that's her, right? Caitlin. Yeah, the girl he was with in the other episode that I think I edited out all their scenes together because I had nothing interesting to say.
I mean, there's so much.
Okay, so she's now...
A career more befitting your station.
Is she straight up an enforcer at this point? Do they still have those?
Well, at least you'll have front row seats to the speech.
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 I'm giving the big address tonight.
I'm still waiting. So I haven't mentioned Vi or Powder or Jinx at all, but they've separated and are now on two totally different ends of what I'm. Okay, so that's that guy who was with old One Eye, whose name I do not remember. That's cool looking, whatever it is. Okay, so some kind of terrorist freedom fighter thing. I guess for the people we saw, this would be
5 minutes till they're out of there.
Jinx and her new crew. I'm trying to figure out who's who and what people are trying to accomplish here. I guess that's kind of the point with everyone wearing masks. Which that looks like a monkey though, so I would assume that Jinx is the one who set this trap for them. And I guess that would make sense if they had the purple barrels of the purple goo. And these people are trying to sabotage that in some way. It makes sense given how we left. Does that say boom? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I don't know if it's such a good idea to have explosions inside of a ship, but what can you do? Yeah, that definitely seems like powder traps. Is this her? Is this the big reveal? Yeah, there she is.
Hi.
Significantly older. Those are neat. Ooh. And deadly, it seems. Dang, she looks pissed. I'm assuming this is probably a lot closer to her League of Legends appearance. She looks like she's just tired of everything, but just like... Ooh, there she is.
I can't lose you.
Ooh. Oh gosh, her memories are like colored over. Literally colored. With bias.
You're not ready.
There's neat visual effects on that. She just capped her. She didn't kill her straight up. She shot her with something. Oh, she got a minigun. I guess that makes sense. There was a character with a minigun in the opening credits. I just didn't realize it was going to be Powder. I love this violin music in the background too.
Hextech was supposed to bring magic into the life of the common man, and now it finally can. A Hextech gemstone.
With my blue balls in the hands of every person. That's what happens here. Well, it seems safe at least.
Holy sprockets.
Heimerdinger thought that he was just like, nope, this is how it ends.
The gemstone can power virtually anything.
And does it get consumed or used up or anything? Or does it just like what's the shelf life on those bad boys? We're talking like AA batteries, C cells, D cells, 9 volts.
The Atlas gauntlets. The
A little stronger than a 9 volt, I would guess.
And without fatigue. The Hex Claw.
Are these weapons for use in League? You know, not a bad drawing.
I want Hextech to be a tool for us to build a new world. And now, it's finally possible.
Sorry, I almost killed your sheepdog.
Obviously, there are a few kinks to iron out. Give it a decade of careful research, and it will be ready.
They're not thinking a decade. They're thinking like next week.
Keep at it, and I'm sure you will discover a way to safeguard Hextech.
You know what they say, the only thing that stops a bad guy with Hextech is a good guy with Hextech.
Yes, sir.
That sucks.
Good. I want this one on a boat to Stillwater Prison.
Okay, so she's just like a beat cop that wants more. Oh. Is this our song? Oh yeah, I forgot. They're still underground, or undercity. Oh, let's see how the last drop has changed since gestures in the general area of the last episode. Oh my. This is filthy. It's gone from a respectable tavern to
She fired on us.
There are always mishaps in battle.
Oh, is this his hideout now?
It wasn't a mishap. She froze up and lost her shit.
I forgot his name too. I know I was struggling with it all last time, and I know there were a couple comments that, like... I'm just gonna Google One-Eye Guy Arcane. Silco, that was it. Silco, that's right. Because I heard his name spoken. I thought he said Zuko. Yet another Avatar reference. So has she been splicing too?
Your sister's gone.
Ooh.
I know. Sisters, right? You can't live with them, can't stuff them back in the old baby maker.
Oh my.
Today's screw up will set us back weeks.
She seems a little unhinged.
Sorry.
I need to know that I can rely on you. I'm doing this for us, Jinx.
Won't happen again.
I know.
Oh. Okay, so he's taking it. A little bit. Just a little
So
taste
people
every now
clean
and
up
again.
today's mess.
Heimerdinger is a great scientist, but he's old. He only ever sees the
Stuck in his
past.
ways.
Piltover needs a leader who looks forward. Someone like you. Potential to
So,
change
leader.
everything. The
So,
world is ready.
I thought like
I've already spoken to
they were
several
kind of
potential
ruled by like a
investors.
council of
Investors.
leaders.
Of course.
I didn't realize that there was any
Everyone wants
one
Hextech for themselves.
in charge or
It's
anything
your
like that.
speech. Give the people a glimpse of the future.
Or is it one of those things that like he who has the best ideas for everything kind of like people fall in line behind him? It couldn't have been her.
It wasn't.
It couldn't have been. She only just walked away. Still alive.
Oh, just some wannabe street trash. Now he thinks I'm weak.
Wow, she is like absurdly
So he
unstable.
go clean it up.
Oh, are those like her friends?
I'm
She
not
like
weak.
did she like build dummies like of her friends that she killed? I'm getting strong like Harley Quinn energy off of her. Like Harley Quinn at her most unstable. There's that mana. You know? Good looking picture, at least. And that Man of Progress iconography. Old buddy there doesn't trust him after that little mishap with the laser. That's a nice little touch to throw in. I like that. Everything's going a little too well for him here.
But
Powder
we're
just
not
shows
done
up, or Jinx just shows up guns blazing and just like, just takes him out.
this year, we've created something new for you.
Oh, is he gonna pass out?
We will share with you when the time is right.
Oh. What happened?
Things that will bring an end to your hardships.
You know, I wasn't expecting that. But you know, I kind of agree. Like, if it needs more testing and more development time, then like, you know, good on him for changing his mind. And I mean, they're upset, but personally, if it was me, like, I feel like that's the right choice. Is that Jinx putting on a show? Doing a debate? Oh, it could be like a little speaker box, like a little recording. Yeah.
By accident. I brought this dynamite. Goodbye.
Yo, is she dead? No, she's not. Okay. She looked like she was like getting obliterated there. Okay, very much alive. Just, there was like 2 or 3 frames of like, it looked like she was like being blown apart there.
The gemstone is gone, along with some of our research.
Oh, she got it. Sorry about the cut here and the gap in the episode here, folks, but it is the next day. I had to stop recording because my toddler decided that he didn't want to stay in bed. Kept coming out of his room, and this kept on basically until we went to bed last night. So didn't finish the episode, but I'm gonna finish it now. Hopefully my energy is you know, as good or better as it was yesterday. But yeah, I'm enjoying this one so far as I get back into position. I don't know if they've said or if I just missed it, but it seems as though like 5 years have gone by, something, 5 or 6, 7. Jinx seemed like she was like maybe 13 or so. Now she seems like she's like 18, 19, something like that. So willing to guess about 5 years or so. And if they did say so and I just missed it, I'll either catch it in editing or somebody let me know in the comments. But anyway, let us get back started to, it looks like Jinx has just stolen the new and improved Hextech powering orb. And it looks like Jace, Victor, and Moderna, I think she was there, are going to get some kind of a talking to or kind of figure out where to go from here. So let's get started once again in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, dang.
It was my responsibility to safeguard this technology.
Victor, I'm getting the energy of he went from being one assistant to essentially another assistant.
That we suspend all Hextech operations until the situation
I'm getting less so partners energy here and more like
and the hex gates.
I'm the leader. You sit down. I mean, that's how it was just some time ago. It's crazy, like, just in the real world, they're now super reliant on all their stuff, and if just one ship goes sideways in the Hexgate canal.
I propose that a new chair be brought forth, and that House Talus be elevated to this august body.
What?
As a counselor.
Ooh, so she's just trying to appoint him leader straight up.
Protect all our investments.
Counselor Medarda, this is highly irregular.
Medarda.
The council has held
right?
7 seats for
something like
generations.
that. Definitely not Moderna. At what point does Heimerdinger just say?
Counselor Medarda is right. Hextech security should be administered by a scientist. I second the motion.
Yeah,
Well done.
Heimerdinger's really come around then. Mr. Change is bad to, okay, you're the guy. Heavy bass punk rock feel. I'm pretty shook that we haven't got any Vi aside from just that one scene where she encountered Jinx again.
That's me.
Got the goods. I like how Act 1 started with her stealing Hextech orbs. Act 2 is starting with her stealing a new kind of Hextech orb.
Oh. Inmate 2135.
Oh, tattoos guy.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why not?
Well, there's been an incident.
What kind of incident?
The not so pretty kind.
Rip.
Who assaulted him?
I was gonna say, like, was that? I couldn't tell. It looked like a lady figure. Oh, was it Vi? Yeah, that's Vi. Dang, so she's locked up too.
Who the hell are you?
Okay then. So I'm a little confused as to, it's before the next episode starts, let's get out of there. So that was like a prison, right? Like they called the one guy an inmate, tattoo guy. But they were all out and about before that. So did they get arrested after the fact? I might have missed that. I know some of the guys were talking, but I thought they had gotten like away. It was like a scuffle between Silco's crew and Vi and her crew as well. So maybe I missed a detail there. I don't know if she's been locked up since then, or if like she like got out to do a thing. Like I don't want to compare it to Harley Quinn anymore and say like a Suicide Squad kind of thing, but my guess right now, just with what I could pick up, and once again I apologize if I missed it. I watched half this episode yesterday. I'll iron out the details in editing when I inevitably rewatch all of this like twice through more, but I would guess here that she got like caught and arrested after whatever happened, as well as him then, because I guess they were on opposite sides, right? So that's why she would have assaulted him, because she recognized him from the thing. Okay, it's starting to at least make sense in my head. So I will say that episode 4, in comparison to, well, especially in episode 3, it was this was a lot more of an episode than episode 2, I would say. I still don't know if I would prefer it over episode 1, just because of the whole heist thing at the beginning. Episode 1 was like a really good kickoff to the series, I think. This sets Act 2 in motion, basically. This is like Act 2 Part 1, basically. So where it's going, I'm interested. It looks like we have, at least from the get-go of this act, more like branching paths than we did at this point in Act 1. At this point in Act 1, we pretty much just had the kids in their heist. We didn't have too much other than that, but here we have, you know, Silco and Jinx and their whole crazy thing with the shimmer, I think they were calling it. I think the purple goo is the shimmer, so I'm going to start calling it that because I think that's correct. We have Vi and whatever she was up to. We have Caitlin and her investigation thing. We have Victor and Jace and their whole thing. So that's like already we have like 4 like storylines going on here, intertwining a bit. So I'm already on board for Act 2. I would say I would assume that there'd be less like ground to cover to get up to the highs that we saw towards the end of Act 1. Especially because, like I said, we barely got any Vi. We don't really know what she's been up to overall. Assuming we're going to get a lot of that in the next episode, and maybe a face-off between the two of them in the Act 2 conclusion that won't settle things, and that'll be for Act 3. But yeah, so I'm just super excited to see how this story progresses from here. And thanks for bearing with me with the wait between episodes. Hopefully, fingers crossed, getting back to regular recordings and uploads here in the new year. Now that all the holiday stuff is all done, it's all going to be good. I promise. But yeah, I don't think I did the social media plugs at the start of this, so just follow me on Twitter and Twitch. I'm at HeyTallman at both places. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this episode, as well as the series as a whole, if you haven't done so. And once again, any like little references or anything to League of Legends that I missed that happened to be in here. I'm also noticing that we didn't, I think he lived, Echo, little man. I think he lived in the first, I think he survived episode 3, but we didn't see him at all here. So I wonder what he's up to these days. And we only got really a small taste of the underground, just seeing how the last drop has turned from like a quaint little tavern to like a banging nightclub. So I'm curious to see like some other of the stuff that we've seen in the past and sort of how it's doing, Echo being one of them. But yeah, that's about all I gotta say here. So as always, thank you for watching. Leave any recommendations for other shows I should check out in the comments below as well. And with all that being said, I will catch you next time. Take it easy.